Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Thursday, May 8th. Coming up on Cullman Today, FAA grant funds awarded, candidate qualifying for District 12 opens Monday, this week's Cullman City Council meeting, and a local man is sentenced for escape. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Congressman Robert Aderholt announced yesterday that the Federal Aviation Administration has awarded over $1.9 million in the federal airport infrastructure grants to support critical improvements at two regional airports in Alabama's 4th Congressional District. Both Cullman and Albertville airports will be receiving funds for important construction and modernization projects. Congressman Aderholt said that the federal investments in airport infrastructure are vital to supporting economic growth and public safety across North Alabama. Cullman Regional Airport, Folsom Field, will receive a little over $1 million in grant funds for the construction of a new 600-foot midfield taxiway to accommodate increased aircraft activity. Albertville Regional Airport, Thomas J. Brumlick Field, will receive just under $1 million for reconstruction of runway and taxiway lighting on runway 523 and taxiway A, which have reached the end of their service life. Ben Harrison, director of Cullman Regional Airport, praised the funding and the collaborative effort behind the project, expressing gratitude for the opportunities the grant will provide to develop the airport for the next 10 to 15 years. The Alabama Republican Party has announced the opening of candidate qualifying for the upcoming special election in State House District 12. Qualifying will begin at 8:30 a.m. on Monday, May 12th, and will close at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, May 13th. House District 12 represents portions of Cullman County and was previously held by Representative Corey Harbison of Good Hope, who resigned to spend more time with his family. Alabama Republican Party Chairman John Wall expressed his appreciation for Representative Harbison's decade of service to the people of Cullman County and said that the Alabama Republican Party remains focused on supporting candidates who uphold conservative principles and will represent the people of House District 12 with integrity. Republican candidates may qualify online at www.algop.org or in person at ALGOP headquarters located at 3305 Lorna Road in Hoover. Special election dates are special primary election will be held on Tuesday, July 15th. Special runoff primary, if needed, Tuesday, August 12th. Special general election is Tuesday, October 28th. Cullman City Council met Monday, and amongst other business, Councilman Clint Hollingsworth announced that he will not seek re-election to his seat and that he will run for the District 12 seat in the Alabama House of Representatives, being vacated by Representative Corey Harbison. Hollingsworth will complete the current term. In attendance at the meeting, Paul Schaefer introduced himself to the council as a candidate for Hollingsworth's seat. Council President Jenny Folsom shared the city's quarterly financial report, noting that general fund revenues have increased by 6.1% over this point last year, while expenses have dropped by 3.4%. Sales tax revenue is up by 9.7%. Building permits have almost doubled, and internet sales tax revenue is up 15.9%. Revenues from beer, wine tax, court fines, and tobacco tax all dropped. Cullman County's unemployment rate for the quarter was reported at 3.1%. The council also approved a special event request for the annual Second Fridays, a rezoning ordinance, and an annexation ordinance. The Cullman City Council meets next on Monday, May 12th at 7 p.m. at the Cullman City Hall Auditorium, and the public is invited to attend. A local man who was found guilty by a Cullman County jury on April 3rd of second-degree escape was sentenced Tuesday to 50 years in prison for the crime. Anthony Ray Beasley, 53, of Cullman, was indicted on the escape charge back in September 2020. The charge stemmed from his escape from the Cullman County Detention Center in 2019. Cullman County District Attorney Champ Crocker, who said Beasley is a 3-time convicted felon, expressed his hope that the sentence sends a loud message to those who would escape or attempt to escape jail. Cullman County Circuit Court Emily Neeser Johnston presided over the trial and sentencing. Beasley was represented by attorney Melvin Hastings. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Good Hope season ends at North Regional. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's look at some of our latest local softball action. After splitting its first 2 North Regional matchups on Tuesday, Good Hope returned to the field Wednesday for an elimination game against Cordova. The score was knotted at 2 going into the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Blue Devils walked it off to defeat the Raiders 3-2, bringing their season to an end. Both teams got off to a slow start in this one, but after a pair of scoreless innings, the Raiders took the lead in the top of the 3rd. Brooklyn Lambert led off the inning with a single, and after a sacrifice bunt from Maggie O'Neill moved her to second base, Lizzie Steed followed with a single that allowed Lambert to score and make it 1-0. Later in the inning, after another single from Campbell Koch drove in Steed and gave Good Hope a 2-0 lead going into the 4th. Cordova loaded the bases in the bottom of the 4th and tied the game with a 2-run single. The Raiders' defense came up with a double play at the next pitch to get out of the inning with any further damage. Good Hope loaded the bases in the top of the 6th, but was unable to capitalize on the scoring opportunity, and the game remained tied at 2 going into the final frame. The Raiders made 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 7th, but a pair of Blue Devils were able to reach base, and Cordova walked it off with a single to claim a 3-2 win and bring Good Hope's season to an end. Molly Benefield pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, no earned runs, and striking out 4. Steed and Kylie Smith each posted a pair of hits in the loss. Koch finished with a hit and an RBI, and Lambert, Natalie Miller, Addison Burgess, and Haley Lay each added a hit as well. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week and a local barbecue sauce winner. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Brian Fortenberry of Fortenberry Farms in Cullman received an unexpected honor recently when he was invited by National Barbecue News magazine to participate in the prestigious 2025 Sauces of Honor competition, an international search for the most versatile barbecue sauces for chicken, pork, beef, and seafood. Competing against 125 sauce entries from across the United States, Canada, and England, and among a staggering 741 teams across 5 divisions, Fortenberry placed 5th in the seafood category. His award-winning creation, the Fortenberry Farms Original Orange Treat Barbecue Sauce, is a citrus-infused blend with deep family roots, a recipe his mother finally shared with him thanks to the encouragement of staff at her nursing facility who had tasted and loved the sauces themselves. Fortenberry Farms products can be found locally at the Bloomin' Festival and Bernard Blues and Barbecue. Etta Hudson was awarded the Tagged for Industry Involvement Scholarship at the Alabama Cattlemen's Foundation Scholarship Banquet held last Friday in Montgomery. A graduate of West Point High School, Hudson attends Murray State University and is pursuing a degree in animal science. She was one of 160 students awarded $152,750 in scholarships by the ACF, which serves to engage in educational and scientific activities to improve the beef cattle industry in Alabama and educate youth on the importance of beef cattle in Alabama. Meet Miss Willa Dean, a gorgeous Siberian Husky who is approximately 3 to 4 years old. She's the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. This sweet lady is best described as having low to medium energy with a hidden talent. Willa Dean's vocals include the soothing and heartwarming "Aroo," a personal favorite tune she sings often. She has understanding of leash etiquette, and while unassuming, she is alert. Her favorite time is the time she spends with you. Her caregiver said, "She reminds me of a ballerina, effortlessly floating across the yard. This sweet soul just makes me happy. I just love her." She will stay close by during your journey exploring the yard. This beautiful girl is the epitome of a companion dog. Her adoption fee is $130 and includes spay, vaccines, wormer, general exam at the vet, and microchip. Visit the shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3:30 p.m. Contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448 or Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. The Cullman County Board of Education congratulated the 2024-25 cohort who completed the Aspiring Administrators Academy. These educators applied and went through a selection process before completing a multi-week program in preparation for becoming school administrators. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Almonds in full bloom in the newest edition of Community Matters from the Cullman Tribune. Discover fresh dining spots, celebrate community connections, and meet local heroes making a real difference. From stunning sights to courtside lights, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Pick up your free copy around town or read it online today. Community Matters. Get to know your community.
Let's take a moment to pause and pay our respects to those who lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. A memorial service for Alan Lewis White, 78 of Cullman, will be held Saturday, May 10th from 12 to 1 p.m. at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. Visitation will be from 11 to 12 before the service. Larry Doyle Garner, 84 of Cullman, passed away on May 6th. Funeral service will be at 11 a.m. Thursday, May 8th at Fairview Methodist Church with interment in the adjoining cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church Thursday prior to the funeral from 10 to 11 a.m. Visitation will be Wednesday evening at Cullman Funeral Home from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today, we'll see a chance of showers with mostly cloudy skies, but gradually becoming sunny with a high near 81. A chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 p.m. tonight with a low around 61. To start your weekend, partly sunny skies Friday with a 60% chance of showers and a high near 77 with mostly cloudy skies and a low around 57 Friday night. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.